Hi, dear students. This is Mr. Raju Shinde. Welcome again to the online learning platform of analytical chemistry, a lecture series for the BSc third year analytical chemistry. The unit first, the infrared spectroscopy. That is topic is the instrumentation and techniques, and in this the subtopic is a sample cell and sampling of the substances. In last lecture, we have learned about the monochromator and the monochromator as well as the filters. Then in this topic we are going to learn about the sample cells and sampling of the substances in IR instrumentation and techniques. So let's begin with this. So what is sample cell and sampling of the substances? See, as a IR spectroscopy has been used for the characterization of the solid, liquids and gaseous samples, it is evident that different types of the sample cells should be used. The common point to the sampling of different phases is that the sample cells must be transparent to IR radiation. And what is the sample cell? The sample cell is the equipment in which we going to keep the sample for the analysis. So for the analysis of the substances, we are know about the phases of the samples. So it is what in the solid phase, or it is in the liquid phase, or it is in the gaseous phase. So we require three types of the sampling cells for the sampling of these three types of the states of these samples, that is solid, liquid and gases. So it is evident that different types of the sample cells should be used. The common point to the sampling of different phases is that the sample cell must be transparent to IR radiation. It does not absorb the IR radiation. So this condition restricts our selection to only certain salts for the various spectral region. As you know that we use the sample cells that is made up from the that is the salts, that is alkali salts, that is LiF or NaCl or KBr or cesium iodide. So in the different region different sample cells work. So the alkali halides LiF works in the region of 1 to 5 micrometer. NaCl works in the region of 2.5 to 15 micrometer, and that potassium bromide works in the 15 to 14 micrometer, as well as cesium iodide works in the region of 15 to 55 micrometer. We will now going to discuss about the different types of sampling of the gases, sampling of the liquid, sampling of the solids, and how which type of the sample cells were used. For a gaseous samples, what sampling of the gases? For a gaseous sample, usually 10 to 30 centimeter long cell is used. The cell is provided with the infrared transparent window, which are attached to give a vacuum tight the seal using some thermosetting resins. What is how this type of this cell is used for the sampling of the gases. So what is the measurement? It is what for the gases sample we use a 10 to 30 centimeter long cell, that is what 10 to 30 centimeter long cell, and the cell is provided with the infrared transparent windows. These infrared transparent windows are two infrared transparent windows are there, and which are attached to give a vacuum tight seal. So these are the fitted with the vacuum tight seal using some thermosetting resins. Thermosetting resins are used for the tightening of these windows. The two tubes extend from the cell for the attaching gas reservoir with the manometer and for releasing. So what is this? The two tubes are what attached to the manometer. That is what it is used for the releasing gas. So here what the real diagram is there, how this tube is there. This is what 10 to 30 centimeter wide, length of the tube, and this window is made, air transparent windows are made, and these two tubes are what open toward the connect to manometer. So this is to what the release the gas. So the tubes are provided with the valves. So to remove the absorbed gases, the cell is what treated by what repeatedly heated and cooled. Hence the great care has to be taken to avoid the cracking of the windows. So for removing other gases, we heat the cell, slowly heat the cell for removing gases, and take the care must be taken toward the avoid cracking of the windows. The gas must not react with the cell windows. So gas must not react with the cell windows. So moisture must be avoided. Its strength what why we are what avoiding moisture, because the absorption band is what observed, that is what at the 3710 centimeter inverse and what 1625 centimeter inverse may be interfered in the analysis. So this is the characteristics absorption bands of the moisture, so water. So this moisture is what avoided for that region. So the infrared spectra of a large number of organic and inorganic compounds and a few stable metal compounds in the gas phase are studied by using a gas cell. So for the studying the IR spectra of the gases, this type of cell, gas cell, is used. Next is the what sampling of liquid. The samples that are liquids at room temperature are usually put frequently with no preparation. That is what, there is no need to prepare the sample because it is already in the liquid form. So simply this sample is put in the given cell. So the rectangular cells made of LiF and NaCl KBr cesium iodide and their IR spectrum is obtained directly. The sample thickness should be so selected that the transmittance lies between about what 15 to 20% for the most liquid. This will be what represent a thin layer of 0.01 to 0.05 millimeter in thickness. The cell should possess good quality windows, flat and parallel. So this is about the what sampling of liquid. What we'll do for the sampling of liquid, the liquid samples that are liquid at room temperature are what frequently placed or put in the that sample cells, rectangular set made up of what lithium fluoride, sodium chloride and potassium bromide or what cesium iodide. The IR spectrum are obtained directly. The sample thickness should be so selected that the transmittance lies between what 15 to 20% for the most liquid. This will represent a thin layer of 0.01 to 0.05 millimeter in thickness. The cell should possess good quality windows and flat and parallel. These such type of cells and such type of the sampling of liquid is done. Here what simply thin, very thin layer of the sample is what get placed on the sample cell. So in this way, for the double beam work, matched cells are generally employed. One cell will contain the sample while the another cell will have a solvent used in the sample. So for the double beam work, we use two types of cell in which what one contains a sample while the other contains a solvent. The cell are usually rinsed, filled and emptied with the aid of the hypodermic syringe. So what here I am trying to show this cell, what the sample is placed and what removed by means of hypodermic syringe. This hypodermic syringe is used for the sampling. So matched cells must have the same thickness. All the cells should be protected from the moisture because they dissolve in water. So what these cells are made up from the alkali halides. So alkali alkali halides. So alkali halides are what stable soluble in the water. So they are protected from the moisture. It gets soluble with moisture. And what the another one is the matched cells must have the same thickness. So same size and same thickness for the getting better result. So for the similar reason, organic liquid samples must be what dried before filling into the cells, but one can seldom be really sure of the thickness of the infrared cell unless it is new, and this is the reason that quantitative analysis in the infrared is less precise than the visible or ultraviolet region. So these are the what drawbacks of the IR spectrum, because firstly, what if the water is what present in a given sample, then it what affects the sample cell, that is what our sample cells are soluble in water. So and another one is the what the thickness of the sample cell. So matched cells, these are the two drawbacks. So the IR spectra is not precise as like the ultraviolet region. So sampling of the solids. 4 techniques are generally employed for the preparing solids samples. These are solids runs in solid. The first technique is a solid runs in solid. So if the solid is soluble in some what suitable solvent, its solution can be made and run in one of the cells for liquids. However, suitable solvents are limited in the number. So if we are what running solids in solid, means what the given sample is soluble in any that suitable solvent, means what the solvent is not what reacts with the sample cells, or it is not what the sample cell is not soluble in that solvent. Such type of solvent is used and the sample is prepared, and this is run in these cells of the liquid where the solvents are limited. Then hence the at least 2 different solvents must be used if the complete spectrum of the solid substances is desired. If we want to what get a complete spectrum of the solid, then use at least 2 solvents. Care should be always be taken to place a cell fitted with the pure solvent in the reference beam. So this sampling is done with the what carefully during work placing these cells fitted with the what pure solvent in the reference beam. So solid films, second type of the what the sampling of solid is the solid films. The amorphous solid samples may be what cast into the film by evaporation of solution of the solid on the surface of the NaCl, or what the KBr cell or solid is what melted between the salt plates and allowed to cool into a film. This technique is not recommended for crystalline substances. This is what the only for the amorphous substances. So amorphous solid, this solution of amorphous solid is made and what in the solvent and get what evaporated on the cell, that is what NaCl or KBr. Then we will get the thin film of that. And if another technique is that melt the solid in between the what the cell plate, that's what plates, and allow to cool into a what film. This technique is not recommended for the crystalline substances. It is only for the amorphous substances. Next one is the what Muhl technique. So in Muhl technique, solids that cannot be dissolved in an what suitable cannot be dissolved or suspended in a suitable non-absorbing liquid medium to form two phases uniform mixture called as a mole. So simply it is not the what soluble in dissolved in the infrared transparent solvent. It forms two layers, that is what suspended in the given substance. Here what such type of two layers are obtained. So suspended, so non-absorbing suspended in a suitable non-absorbing liquid medium to form a two phases uniform mixture called as mole. Such type of two phases mixture is known as a mole, and this technique is known as a mole technique. An essential condition for the acquisition of satisfactory spectra is that the particle size of the suspended solid be smaller than the wavelength of the infrared beam. That is what most important thing. That is what the particle size of the suspended particle size of the given sample is not greater than that of the what infrared wavelength. So solid must be what smaller than the wavelength, means what it is not greater than the wavelength of infrared beam. So if this condition is not realized, a significant portion of the radiant energy or radiation energy, scattered radiation, is lost. So this is the drawback. The following techniques is employed to 2 to 5 milligram of the finely grounded samples. Particle size is what 2 micron is further ground in the presence of the 1 or 2 drops of the heavy hydrocarbon oil, that is what Nujal. The oil has only a few absorption bands, especially at about 2857 centimeter inverse and 1449 centimeter inverse, and that is what 1389 centimeter inverse. That is what the CS stretching and CH bending absorption bands of the sample occurs in these regions. If the oil bands are likely to interfere with the sample, the fluorotube, a halogenated liquid polymer, can be used in the either case of the what resulting mole is then used to what examine the film between the flat salt plates. So this is what the mole technique. Mole techniques, in this what we use to what prepare two layered solution, suspended solution. The suspended particle size is what the less than that of the IR beam, and what the method is that the mole technique, that is what the technique is employed, that is what 2 to 5 milligram of the finely grounded sample is taken, is further ground in the presence of 1 or 2 drops of the heavy hydrocarbon oil, that is what Nujal oil, and that the oil has only few absorption bands, especially at about what 2857 centimeter inverse, and that is what 1449 centimeter inverse, as well as what 1389 centimeter inverse, that is due to the CS stretching and CH bending of the absorption, and this must be interpreted in the what given spectrum. For the what recording such type of spectrum, fluorotube or halogenated liquid polymer can be used in the either case of the resulting mole is then used to examine the film between the flat and salt plates. So this is about the mole technique. The fourth technique is the pressed pellet techniques. In this method, a milligram or less of the finely grounded ground sample is intimately mixed with the about 100 milligram of dried KBr powder. Mixing can be carried out with a mortar and a pestle. A Small ball mill is more satisfactory. However, the mixture is then pressed in a special special disc at thousands and what the thousands to 15,000 10,000 to 15,000 pounds pressure per square inch to what the visible transparent disc. So what is the pressed pellet technique? In this method, a milligram or less of the finely grounded sample is intimately mixed finely with about 100 milligram of dried KBR powder. Mixing can be carried out with a mortar and pestle. A small ball mill is what more satisfactory. Instead of what mortar pestle, we can use small ball mill. However, the mixture is what then pressed in a special dish, that is what the at about the size of about 10,000 to 15,000 pounds pressure per square inch to visible transparent disc. See such the entire arrangement of this pressed pellet techniques is there. So turn top bolt down to form the pellet barrel, sample on this void, and bottom bolt, and that is sample on this bolt as well as this is the bottom bolt for halfway in the. So best results are obtained if the disc is formed in the vacuum. To eliminate or occluded air, the disc is then held in the instrument beam for spectroscopic examination. It is the well suited and best the general method for the running crystalline compounds in the solid state. That is what the pressed pellet technique is a very important technique for recording the IR spectrum. The technique for the handling polymers using that is polymers which are unmeltable, insoluble and difficult to grind because of their tough nature, consists of making a low temperature KBR disc. So this technique is used for the making low temperature KBR disc. Thus grinding is done at a liquid nitrogen temperature, which makes the material brittle. The polymer and KBR is taken in a specially designed capsule with a metal ball inside, cooled in the liquid nitrogen, placed in the mechanical shaker, which breaks down the particle into smaller size, and KBR pellet is made of the constant. So what is KBR pellet is made of the content. So what is the technique for made for the polymer? That is what handling the polymer, which is that unmeltable, insoluble and difficult to grind because of their tough nature, consisting of making a low temperature KBR disc. So the grinding is done liquid nitrogen temperature, at the liquid nitrogen temperature, which makes the material brittle, and the polymer and KBR is taken in a specially designed capsule with a metal ball inside, cooled in the liquid nitrogen, placed in the mechanical shaker, which breaks down the particle into smaller size, and the KBR pellet is made of the content. So this is about the sampling of solids, sampling of liquid, sampling of gases. If you have any queries, any doubts regarding this topic, please comment in the comment box. I will try to answer the question. Thank you. Thanks a lot.